We're at the dealership. Yay! Means our van's not working again. A week after picking it up.
Yep.
And I don't have my tripod. Well, it's in my purse, but
You're shaky.
it's shaky and moving. Which I guess comes with shaky.
Now what?
No idea.
Okay.
What else should we say?
They're out test driving the van, so they can clear the code out, say there's nothing wrong with it, and give it back to us.
It's kind of what we're anticipating.
And say, oh, we don't know what's wrong. We'll bring it back when it does it again.
Yeah.
We'll see.
That's,
Or say they'll order the same part for it again.
yeah, I honestly could see them trying the same part again and seeing if it fixes it, if it does it again in another week. But it's also Easter weekend, this coming weekend here, so, as in 2 days. So we'll see if we leave with our van or a loaner. We made a point to drive just ours here so that they couldn't try to send us without something. Because it's a holiday weekend and it's the only thing that fits all of us.
Yep. You can loan us the Jeep out there, you know, because that'll fit all of us.
He found a Jeep Sahara he likes on the lot. Told him he could sell his Chevelle and we'll consider it. Funny thing about that, he can't sell the Chevelle. My name's on it too, so he can't for that purpose.
Gotta have dual consent.
It's a long running history with us. Maybe we'll do a different video on that sometime. Actually, I think we've mentioned that once before, like a year ago.
Beats me, I can't remember a year ago. That's why everything's videotaped.
We have documentation.
Stupid bugs.
Oh, there's so many gnats in the parking lot out here that we were being eaten alive. We were walking around outside. It's gorgeous today. High of 76, but I think it's warmer than that, especially on concrete. And the gnats were crazy. So, anyhow, here we wait. We'll see what they say. Well, we're in the van again, and actually Shawn called it. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on him while he's driving. Shocker. They literally just cleared the codes and sent us on our way. According to the mechanic, the check engine light was on. Goodness.
But apparently it was old codes that were in it. Not anything new, just old codes.
Yeah, they said it just showed the code history. It didn't show any new codes, which I'm not a mechanic, so I may be wrong, but guys, it kind of sounds like crap to me. Sorry for anybody who doesn't like that word, but the light came on. It had the issue, but supposedly it did not throw any new codes. My question actually is if it threw the exact same codes, but because they are the same as before, they decided that they were just history and not new. So they offered to keep it through next week and drive it to see if they could recreate it. The problem with that is nobody, including us, knows when it'll happen again. We all did the math, and there was somewhere between 200 and 250 miles driven between the time we picked it up and this newest incident. And that's all we have to go on, is that somewhere maybe around the 200 mile mark is when it'll do it again. But I don't want the mechanic driving our van for 200 miles for it to happen again. So we confirmed that at least there's more paperwork on it. They had to do paperwork saying that they cleared the codes and everything. At least I hope they did.
Yeah, they would. And record the mileage that they had it checked in at and everything. That's what she does when she checks in. She gets the mileage and looks at all that.
And it was completely checked in. So they've got record that it was there. So if it does it again, that's what they said. They'll start watching the... Sorry about all the car traffic. It's really nice out today, so we've got windows down. She said that they'll watch the mileage it comes in at if it does it again. And honestly, they don't know what to do from there. I guess he looked at a bunch of various manuals and whatnot from Nissan. They were looking up information. They can't find anything about what this could possibly be. Now, I'm also going to like completely rabbit trail for 2 seconds. I just realized how beautiful and blue and green this looks behind me here. It's spring, and the window with the tint really makes it pop that much more. Maybe it's just with my glasses on. No, that's pretty, it's pretty colorful. So, anyhow, back on topic. It's Easter weekend. We have our van, and now we're just going to pray that it does not cut out on us again while driving with all the kids, because it's a busy weekend. We have stuff with family. We have church activities. There are dance lessons for the oldest 2 girls, going to prom tomorrow night.
Not prom tomorrow night.
No, they have dance lessons tomorrow night.
For prom. Yes,
For prom.
you said going to prom. Dance lessons going to prom.
Yeah.
All in one word. Sentence.
The 2 girls who are going to prom have dance lessons for prom tomorrow night, and it's actually outside of town, but in the complete opposite direction from us. So it's like a 30 to 45 minute drive for us to get there and back. And so honestly, if it's going to cut out again at a certain mileage mark, it's going to do it this weekend. Plain and simple. That's what it's going to do. So there we have it.
And if it does, it seems to let you shut it off and then start back up and goes again. As long as it doesn't get worse anyways.
Right.
They said as long as the check engine light isn't blinking, you're good to go.
I have never heard that before, honestly. Check engine light is a check engine light. If it's blinking, something's really bad.
You know, on our work trucks, it goes to a yellow check engine light, and then it goes to a red stop blinking check engine light. But this one, I don't know, maybe it will turn red if it goes to blinking. But ours, we have about a minute to stop, if that, 30 seconds before it shuts down the motor.
Huh.
So.
And that's in the big straight trucks and things.
Trucks, yeah.
Not quite the same as the van, but at least maybe it is. There's some truth to it. I don't know. Anyhow, I got a little sunburn standing outside at the dealership too. We decided we were there, and it's gorgeous out today, so we wandered the lot for a little bit and looked at various vehicles, and he found a Jeep that he likes.
Joked about trading the car for it.
For those who don't know, he's talking about a Chevelle 71, yes?
Yes.
1971 Chevelle with a Tijuana tuck and roll seat.
Front bench seat. And it's a soft top, or what's it called? It's a 2-door hard top. It's just got the black vinyl top on it.
Okay. Yeah. That's the one that I mentioned before that I have to sign off on for him to sell, because he has a history of buying and selling cars, and he buys them because he loves them, and then he sells them because he thinks he needs to, and then he regrets it, so then he buys another one, and it became a really ugly cycle. So this time around, we made an agreement that if he was going to buy it, my name had to be on it too, and I have to approve of the sale in order for it to happen. The title says and, not or. And
yeah, this one we're going on this will be the 7th year I think we've had it.
So I think so.
Be the longest one I've owned.
Yeah, so there's that right there says that. And he's owned several in our marriage and before me. So there is that.
Only 3. Been 3 others.
I thought there were 4 others.
No, 3. This is the 4th.
Okay, so for anybody keeping score,
65, 71, 70, and now another 71.
I thought you owned a 72 at one point as well.
No, that was the black one was a 71.
Anyhow,
she's rolling her eyes behind the sunglasses. We won't count the other numerous vehicles in there either.
Oh yes. There's been a very long string of vehicles, but he loves Chevelles. And so that's kind of where this extra bit comes in. And I'm just not going to let him sell this one that easily. There has to be a really good reason, and it cannot be because he thinks we need the money for something or that there could be a better use for it or anything else, because all he does is he sells it. We have to pay the taxes on the sale. Sometimes, I don't remember. Anyhow. And then we turn around, and a year later, he's looking at another one and regretting it hardcore that he ever sold it, and looking for a new one. And then we end up paying more money for another new one, paying more than what he sold the last one for. And each one has cost a little more than the last, except this last one. This is actually the nicest one, and I think you got the best price on this one, didn't you?
Yeah. I paid more for it up front. I had more in the other ones when I sold them. But this one I paid more up front because it was so nice.
And it didn't need
anything. I mean, it need tinkering and a little bit here and there, some upgrades that I wanted to do. Didn't really need them. But
this was a car that he had my full blessing on because it didn't require work. It allowed him to just play with it and do little things he wanted to, not because he had to. Unfortunately, since we moved back across the state 2 years ago, it has had to live outside, so the paint is starting to fade a little bit, and he's cringing.
It was already fading, but it's fading worse now.
Yes. Prior to that, we had kept it in the garage at each house. And we would have, and a couple of times he's managed to get it in each garage. And we keep
doing
moving.
House projects.
Yeah, we keep moving and then doing house projects that require garage space. And we keep shrinking the size of our garage when we move. Somehow.
Because I'm an idiot.
Folks, you heard it here and not from my mouth. I love this man. Anyhow, so that's where we're at. We are going to drive this and see. I will report back if it happens again, or yeah, if we find something else out. But I really hope, honestly, I hope it just doesn't do it again. I'm not holding my breath on that though. So anyhow, I hope you guys are having a blessed day. Don't forget to like this video just to show your support for our situation and just the stress of it all. You feel free to leave a comment down below if you want to as well. Also, though, I would really love it if you would subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss what all is coming up next. And I will see you guys in the next video. You'll say bye?
Yep. And don't envy our envy problems.
Don't envy the envy problems. We do envy the envies that have four-wheel drive, though.
That is for sure.